Oh, good. It's still here. Whew, thank goodness. Didn't feel like repeating that again. Welcome back. In this video, we're gonna try and take the engine out of this VX500, little two-stroke engine from a snowmobile, and then set it up to hopefully be used in that CrossKart that I showed in the previous video. It is a very cold day today. I think it is somewhere around -12 Celsius. And I wanted to do something. The sun is out and it's actually really nice, even though I'm in this shaded spot. It's still relatively nice. But enough of that. Let me get started on just trying to take this stuff apart. I think what I'm going to do is just try and pull some of this plastic off, get the gas tank out, the exhaust detached, and then pretty much go from there, see what happens, and I'll bring you back. Well, I was on a good run, so I kind of just went with it. I took the gas tank out, disconnected all the wires from the top here, passed them through, took the exhaust off, disconnected the coolant hoses, and then just a couple of little wires, disconnected the carburetor, the fuel pump, if you will, the reservoir for the coolant, and the reservoir for the oiling system. The next step is to try and get this guy out, and then I got to work on this guy here. So let's see how far we get. My first flip of a skidoo. First time for everything. Well, there's the aftermath. Pretty much everything that has been pulled out from the engine. There's a few pieces that I kind of just put away to clean up and get out of the way. I did try taking this thing out. It's really just the brake. There's a disc brake. I thought maybe I would use it, but I don't know if it's clipped in the bottom down there or somewhere over here. It did seem to slide a little bit, but it didn't want to completely come off. So maybe I'll revisit that at some point if I really want to use it. But in the end, the most important part is this guy right here and this guy right here. More specifically, this guy, because this will be the way that I attach basically that transfer case to this, and then from this to the engine. And then if you guys know how these kind of centrifugal clutches work, they basically just work on rotation, and then they change the belt location in conjunction with that. So these have to be together. with the right belt, and then that's how you get your speed. But this was a lot easier than I had thought. I was thinking it was going to take me a whole afternoon, but it ended up being a lot simpler. If it wasn't for the camera, I probably would have done it in an hour or two at the most. I took that off, which has the gauges, as you can see right there, with all the lights and whatnot. I mean, technically I could reuse this whole thing, but I think that I'm probably just going to take the gauge cluster and the light and then work with that. The only thing that's not going to work is the speedometer. It's cable driven, and I'm pretty sure that I'm changing the ratio from what that is to what this is supposed to be. I could try and implement it, but I don't know how accurate that's going to be. But I'll save that for, again, maybe a possibility later on down the line, but not important right now. There's all the wiring. I'm going to try and actually maybe just reconnect some of the wires so that way I don't forget where things go. But for now, I'm pretty much done right there. Again, was a little bit faster than I had anticipated, so that's good. No complaints there. All right, well, goal achieved. I'm really happy. Again, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, a lot faster than I thought. I guess because there's less stuff in the way. I will go through a few things on this engine before it actually gets fully up and running. I've shown it in previous videos that I did get it running, although not perfect, but it ran, so I'm okay with that. Like I said, go through some stuff, go through some of the reads and whatnot, and just kind of check some stuff. Definitely change the spark plugs, and then go from there. My biggest worry was actually this part here and knowing how that was going to come apart. I wasn't sure, but it came out a lot easier than I thought. So again, very happy there. I think the next steps would be to kind of figure out how this is going to fit into the ATV CrossKart hybrid thingy, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it a CrossKart from this point on, just because that's what the end goal is. But that's it for this one. Just want to say thanks for watching. Take it easy and get lost.